The final document looks something like a contract. It's got spaces at the bottom for your signature. This is your formal acceptance of the fellowship award. I'm going to walk you through bullet point by bullet point so that you understand the guidelines that you're expected to follow during the term of your fellowship. The first bullet point simply says that you've looked over the guidelines for fellows and you agree to abide by them. The rest of the bullet points came out of misunderstandings that we've had with students in the past, so we just want to make really clear what the rules are so that everybody can follow them. The second bullet point is that it's your responsibility to make sure that the payroll office has all the paperwork they need to put you on the HHMI payroll. That's whether you've been on payroll before on campus and just need to make sure that your paperwork is transferred, or whether you're new to the payroll system and you need to fill out all the paperwork. The next bullet point is that your hours of work for your HHMI project won't overlap the hours that you put in on other campus jobs or your classwork. For other campus jobs, the University of Maryland is considered your single employer, no matter how many campus jobs you might have. So just be very careful. You'll have a separate timesheet for each job, and make sure that you enter separate hours and that they're non-overlapping. If by accident you do enter overlapping hours, we'll get a nasty email from the payroll office, and then we'll have to have you change your timesheet. So try to be careful about it so those kinds of problems don't arise. The overlap with classes is a slightly different issue, and that's that officially we are considered your employer and you're considered a full-time student. So you're expected to go to class as your first priority, and we're not expected to make you miss class to work for the HHMI program. We understand that sometimes classes are canceled, or sometimes labs don't happen at the beginning and the end of the semester, and there may be other occasions where you decide that it's more important for you to work on your project than it is to go to a class, and that decision is totally up to you. But you shouldn't make a regular habit of entering in hours when you're supposed to be in class, because if we were to get audited, then we would not be in a good situation. The next bullet point deals with the limits on the number of hours you can work. You have up to 20 hours a week during the course of the semester when classes are in session. That's because you're a full-time student. During times when school is not in session, like summertime, spring break, and winter term, you can work up to 40 hours per week. This is for all your campus employment. So if HHMI is the only thing you're on the payroll for, then it's up to 20 hours a week or 40 hours a week. But if you have other campus jobs, then the total have to stay within 40 hours a week when school's not in session, or 20 hours a week when school is in session. The next point is that you can't be paid simultaneously from two sources for the same work. So that means that you can't have, for example, be on the payroll for your mentor's grant and be getting an HHMI stipend at the same time. You can do it consecutively though, so very often a faculty member has a grant they want to spend down, and so they'll want to put you on the payroll for that grant for a period of time. Then you can go off of that and go back on HHMI funding, but you can't do them both at the same time. So if you have a situation where you're not sure whether it's a conflict or not, let us know. We'll help you figure out how to make it all work. The next to last bullet point is that you will submit your electronic timesheet promptly. You have lots of warnings to do this, so we send out an email reminder on the Thursday before the end of the pay period, and you'll also get a reminder from the payroll system if you haven't signed off on your timesheet at the appropriate time. But we understand that occasionally problems do come up. You may be sick and not have a chance to submit your timesheet or enter your hours, or you may accidentally fill out an earlier or later timesheet in the electronic system. And the bottom line is that we just want you to let us know whenever there's a problem of any sort, because we can help you correct it. There are ways of doing this within the payroll system, even though you might not be able to do this yourself. What we don't want to happen is for you to add extra hours in on an upcoming timesheet, because then you get into problems with overlap with classes or with other jobs, or going over the 20-hour-a-week limit. So just let us know when there's a problem. We'll help you fix it. Finally, the money that you've received for your HHMI fellowship is still accessible to you as long as you're still an undergraduate student and still working in undergraduate research. So if you come to the end of your fellowship year and you still have money remaining, you can keep spending that money as long as you haven't graduated, as long as you're still doing undergraduate research. If you have any questions about the guidelines, the rules that you're expected to follow, the expectations for fellows, or anything else about the program, don't hesitate to contact me either by email or by phone or by dropping by my office. Congratulations and good luck with your research.